While we're changing witness, let me introduce my additional guest, along with the guys I had this morning or this earlier today. That is Lisa Lockwood. You know her well, former Chicago police officer, former SWAT team member, just a superwoman, superhero at all times. Lisa, let me ask you this question. If you believed, as a neighbor, as Artron Simmons may have, that there was a drug cartel who was responsible for these crimes, would you have, the police officer, SWAT team member, been a little reluctant to come to testify?
Oh, so self-preservation is everything, especially when you're dealing with cartels who allegedly had done this. So a 14-year-old young man, of course, he's going to be fearful. Even at this stage, he's going to be fearful. But I'm glad he's there on the stand now.
Okay, so let's go back into court. Let's see who the next witness is and what we're going to testify to. Gene Rossi, while we're in the break with the Henry Segura trial, the examiner, the forensic CSI person on the scene, she said that she documented that the hallway bathroom had lights on, Javante's bedroom lights were on, and Brandy, the mom's room, lights were on. Now, the prosecution said these crimes were committed between 6:53 and 7:37. What is important about the fact the lights were on?
Well, it's near dusk in the government's theory. And I got to say, November 10th of 2010 or November 19th, 2010, by that time, daylight savings time had kicked in. So it gets dark early. So whether it occurred at 7:30 or 10:30, lights will be on.
So, Gene, I hope I get to talk to you before you have to leave us at 2 o'clock. But right now, we're going to go back into the courtroom of the Henry Segura retrial. Okay, I have my three super guests with me, including Lisa Lockwood, who is a former police officer, SWAT team member, writer, lecturer, speaker. Lisa, give us your professional expertise. Go back to being a police officer and a cop. The fact that the lock in the back door, the deadlock was not locked, but there was a lock on the handle that you could leave the house and lock at that time. What does that mean evidentiary as to whether or not this was Segura or a crime hit?
Well, a lot of people just use the bottom lock. So the fact that that was in the secure position, and the fact that Segura had a relationship with her, and did he have a key? And was there a hurry to get out of the house? Why would they relock the door again? Was that a button where it would shut immediately and be in a locked position all the time? So a lot of apartment buildings have that. Whether or not you turn it or not, it continuously will be locked when you pull the door handle. So what it says to me is that she wasn't concerned about being secure. She didn't think there was any type of threat that she wouldn't put the deadbolt on, whether it was 7:30 at night or 10:30 at night. So she wasn't expecting it.
So Gene, I know again you have to leave us, so I want to talk to you about one thing. According to my reading of the first trial, Brandy, received a threat, what she thought was a threatening letter with the words "three little angels" on the outside, kind of indicating that her kids and her were at risk. She showed it to a neighbor and said she was scared of this. Now, if you're scared of this, wouldn't you want to lock all your deadbolt locks?
You know what? Yes, you would, but this was a bizarre envelope, and allegedly it came from Mr. Carlos Smith, or the one who confessed in prison. And at that time, she didn't know exactly if it was just a joke or whether it could be something that she should be afraid of. So I don't know if you take that leap that automatically she would use the deadbolt. I agree with Lori that most people just use the bottom one. I have both at my doors. I only use the bottom one.
So, you know what, Stanley, we're going to have to save you to after we come back. Gene Rossi, I have to say goodbye to you for today. It's 2 hours that went so fast, I can't believe it.
It did.
I hope to see you next week. And we are in the retrial here at the Law&Crime Network of the Henry Segura case for the killing of 4 people, a quadruple homicide. They are the victims: Brandy Peters, Tanaya Peters, their 6-year-old children, and Javante Segura, the 3-year-old son. There they are on our screen of Henry Segura. I want you to stay with us. When we come back, we will back in the courtroom and we'll listen to more about what Ms. Williams has to say about the crime scene. Stay tuned.